Ah, man. Yeah, I thought we were going to be into this tractor for thousands. I had a sneaking suspicion that we were going to be, same as the blue tractor, we were going to be splitting this tractor. There's been a nasty sort of just a nasty noise coming from it. And I knew we had issues. There's a seal gone in here. So I checked the oil, it was a little low, so I topped it up. This hub is fine. It's fine in there. It's getting a bit damp in there. There's a hose there that needs to be replaced, and the seal's in there because I had to top that oil up as well. So I was thinking, yeah, we're gonna have to split it. It's getting a bit noisy. Well, I just saved ourselves thousands of dollars. Yeah, apparently when I was driving, for whatever reason, when it flexes, there was this kind of rattling, grinding noise. That's all it was. It was the glass against that plastic. Fixed with a co-op glove. Too funny. Turns out, yeah, the weather's not great, but there was a window where it wasn't so crappy, and this stuff needed to be down because it was starting to lay down like a big mat and it would never dry out. And plus we needed to get it cut so the new growth can start for second cut. It's almost August. So yeah, we'll have to give her a couple of days to dry out, and then maybe flip it or fluff it, whichever we're doing. Like I said, there's those bales that never got tied, but I'm giving them to the cow, so I don't need to worry about wrapping them, re-wrapping them, like unrolling them, all that stuff. But yeah, like this is up in the high ground here. See if I can stop this water without. Yeah, this is new. Not a fan of this part. So, turn the revs down and the fan off. So yeah, as you can see, where I was filming with the camera, going up and down over that wee hill there, and then up in this lighter land here. Now, there was one thing I was thinking about while cutting this. It's been slow going. I don't know if I have any pictures. If I do, I'll stick them in here. But the one thing I remembered when I cut this field last year for a second cut, I left snow fencers, the little strips of grass and alfalfa. I left little strips all over the field, like every second pass when I was cutting. Every second pass width of the header, I would leave like a foot thick strip all the way across the field. So maybe that made a difference, because I do know when I was out here during the winter, the whole field was just deep with snow across the whole lot. But then again, there was snow everywhere. There was a lot of snow. We had an extremely large amount of snow. But I don't know, maybe those little strips help after all. But yeah, she's gonna be a challenge to get these swaths to dry down, especially this stuff in here where it's literally straight alfalfa, and wherever it was like just straight alfalfa, it was laying down like really hard on the ground. So we'll have to wait and see, but I haven't seen it got light, like even right here. It's just sand, gravelly sand. But we've been rebuilding this soil since we bought the place, no tilling it, whenever we could, to just use like Roundup instead of cultivating. But it's just, well, it's a really good year, lots of moisture. Anyway, I'm heading out for supper, and then I'll fill this thing back up with fuel, because the field, oh, what are you doing? Oh, just a warning, it's low in hydraulic oil. I've still got a patch over there in the other field to cut, and then we'll be heading, I can't really see it from here. Why are you not doing that? It won't focus. That over there, the North Dam field, where it was really bumpy last year, we're going to cut that as well, because there's more than enough for the cows in the ravine, so I might as well cut it and put it in bales. Not looking forward to it, but it might as well be in a bale. So we'll bring you back after supper. So here we are in the field which is north of the dam that I was pointing at in the last video. So yeah, this is the one where, same as that one, we only cut it once and then the cows get the regrowth. As you can see, pretty good. This is pretty well average. There's some heavier spots, some lighter spots. And then you look in the field that we silaged instead of haying, the alfalfa, and you could dang near go in there and taking another cut. So it's going to shape up to be a good second. Jeepers, we could almost take a second and a third cut, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll deal with getting this all first. That stuff is curing away just lovely. We'll probably be looking at baling and starting to bale the earlier stuff tomorrow, and then the rest of it will probably get done Saturday. Today is Thursday. So, I'm going to keep chopping, get her done. Da, 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 da. She's back, boys. Whoop, whoop. 5 weeks. 5 weeks since she dumped her front axle and went in fire. Big shout out going to Ben and the boys at our local dealership. They worked with what they had. Apparently it was really hard to get the parts between the bearings and the seals and all the different parts for this type of front axle. So yeah, big shout out, like I said, to Ben and the boys. Thank gosh we got that back. Now to go and try and get this finished cutting. I brought it in because I had pressure washed the radiators out because the hydraulic oil was getting hot. Now yeah, it's warm, it's almost 30 degrees, but it shouldn't have been doing that, but hopefully this will work. Up into the cockpit. Oh. So yeah, I got a little bit left to cut. Hopefully be done by supper time. Come back, do the silage to all the animals, and then we'll get to the baling because I've got tonight and tomorrow. Sunday's an if. So I should get most of all the grass baled up between tonight and tomorrow. And then we'll be looking at that stuff in the south field there to see whether it needs flipped, flopped, fluffed, or feckin' getting her in a bale. Let's get on. So there we go. That's the cutting all caught up. The North Dam field done. She's hot. She's pretty dang hot. So right now I'm currently walking up to this machine. Kind of a sneak attack. And most people, any local people that are watching this, there's a reason why that tractor's abandoned right at the side of the road like that. Because it is putting silage out in those tires out there. And I just leave it here because I put silage out there every day. And I guess like every 3 days, I do up a big load and I go into the yard and I put silage down for the cull cows, the ones that are empty. They're now going to be heading away because I now have my truck back so I can hook up to the trailer. So that'll be one group of mouths less to feed. The cattle lack. But I'll still be putting silage out to this lot and the lot that's in the next paddock, because they're now pretty well done their grass. Like the grass is barely keeping up with them, but we knew that. We're normally going to be keeping 10 in each pen, but for the first couple of years we need to make the pens a little bit bigger, the herds a little bit bigger, just so we can get the herd back up to where, the main herd back up to where we want it to be. So yeah, the old jalopy is still going. Funny. So I'm going to do the silage. I don't think I need to put bales out. And then I'm going to get the baler ready. And then in the next clip, we're going to be baling. We're going to be making the big old Weetabix for the cows, the cow chow. Next clip. Satan spawn. Come on away, you the buggity. Come on. Little beasts. Anyway, so yeah, they just have 2 tires in here, unlike the other field where there was like, what, 8? It's 2. That's all we need. And yeah, I like my bike. Family got that for me for Father's Day. I don't know if I told you all that. And if those of you who are astute will have noticed, I'm not the man I used to be. Well, not quite all the way. Yeah, I've lost close to 60 pounds in weight. Bike has something to do with it, because I had my other bike that I rode all winter long up and down this road. I wouldn't say it's all riding a bicycle that lost all the weight, just doing other growing uppy stuff like not eating so much junk food and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so it kind of helps my back because it's all kind of linked. Carrying extra weight, the old back pays for it. But anyway, stop blabbing. Hook the gate up for the escape. Look at them all running and escaping. There's that little bugger. Look at it. Just look at this. Look at the cockiness of that. There you go. Yeah. Between the first 134, we're now at 112 bales baled. We're still a wee ways from the end of the field. She's going pretty good. Still not sure what the bale tally will be, but making bale's pretty good. But as you might notice, why am I charging ahead and only doing a swath every so often? Well, because this rain that they were talking about coming, they've moved it up. And a lottie will be jumping ahead on me already, knowing that I'm making openings every 10 passes. That way when I come in with the rake to flip these, if they get wet, I've got room, so I'm not putting two into one. So that's the reason why. So I'll bring you back in a wee minute. Making bales. But honestly, like, we don't have enough to be contending with. Ooh, there you go. Just past 200 bales today. And no rake nearby. All straight 16-foot swaths. And there you have her, folks. Got a bit, I don't even know if there's 10 rows left in the field. But Mother Nature says, nope, you're done. Held off as long as it could. I think it's not too bad considering. The stuff here is bordering on tough. So I was kind of not wanting to put it into bales if I didn't have to. Well, Mother Nature decided, oh, I'll set your mind for you. So 243 bales today. That's what we did. And we already had 134 done in this field. So there might be around about 400 bales in this 60-acre field. So 7 bales to the acre. I'm pretty happy with that. Somewhere between 6.5 and 7. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, this far end here where we started from, oh my gosh, there was like a bale every 500 feet. And then over here where they more flax, it wasn't as much. You had to go further to make a bale. So yeah, I'm heading in. Rest my weary bones. Maybe jump in the shower. Tune in next time. Once the rains pass, and maybe we'll get the other 80 acres of grass baled up. But you know what? We can do with the rain on this. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. This stuff will be getting a second cut off of this, so this rain will do really well. And it's supposed to be a good, I heard ½ an inch, so like I said, won't sniff at that. So, tune in next time. Tell you bye.